morning. Shalom. Assalamualaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I combined it. Shoulder day today. Starting out with some shoulder press here. I'm going to warm up, hit my working set, and of course continue on the workout. I'm pretty heavy, pretty tired, and not in a sleepy way, in a somewhat exhaustion way, which is good. I'm glad. And yeah, I don't know. I'm doing 1,100 calories. We got 23 more days until Olympia. I should be at least on track to look decent. Obviously, I'm not going to look my best. I would need about 2 to 3 more weeks of 1,100 calories to really look good. So we're in here a little bit later. I woke up a little bit late today, and that's all right. It's only about an hour later than usual for me, so not too much of a deviation from my normal time. Yeah, life is good. Life is getting a little bit busy. These weekends coming up and stuff like that, which is good. It's good to always have things going on. I'm always careful, though. I try to make sure to live well within my means. I don't want to be spending more than about 50 to 60K per year, and that's just like standard life stuff, not vacations. Obviously, those are different because I do have the money to afford nicer vacations. And I'm not talking fancy hotels. I'm talking, just go and buy good food and enjoy myself, But I don't splurge on vacations that much either. Anyway, yeah, I try to keep it, rent, gas, groceries. I never shop. I never buy clothing. I never buy anything like that. So I try to keep, hobbies such as bodybuilding, the cost of that. So anything of these kinds of recurring expense things. What else is there? Car repairs. That's it. That's most of my expenses there. Try to keep it pretty low, because I am always kind of worried about my job security. I don't really feel like I have a secure job, but I know that I will always have a job. I just want to make sure that if my job needs to go down in terms of like income relative to what I'm making right now, that it's not going to kill me. Because a lot of people, they get a job and then they raise their standard of living with their income. What happens is that it's really hard to go backwards. So yeah, we're going to have a good day today. We're going to have a good shoulder day today. I'm waiting for that pre-workout to kick in. Come on. Waiting for it. I'm starting to slowly feel it. And I have some updates about the Mr. Olympia competition that I'm honestly not very happy about. But I'll talk about that at a different exercise because I don't want to talk for 20 minutes here. I want to start my workout. Well, I partially forget what I was saying last time, or what I did and didn't say. One thing I want to make note of is that yesterday's workout was back, and I was having a really bad day yesterday. I recovered pretty quickly, but I really got upset with a couple things that were happening, and I don't know if I'm going to post that video, because I might want to just cut out all of the talking I did, because I don't like to complain. I don't like to, I was upset, so I was mostly venting how I was feeling, which is fair, but I don't think that's something that I want to put out on YouTube just because it just feels a little bit immature. So I may or may not edit and post that video. I might not be in the gym tomorrow because I have to go to the DMV for some bunch of running around, paperwork, stupid stuff. You get caught in this death loop where one person says do this, you go to the other person, they say no, you need this. You go to the other person and says, well, we can't give you this unless the other person gives you this, and you just get stuck. And then you just, this is why this is. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna have to deal with that tomorrow. So I might skip the gym and do that in the morning. And then I wanted to tell you, so those are some two small updates, like YouTube video-wise, which is there was no video yesterday because I just couldn't bring myself to post it. I might chop it up and post it today if I have time, but that would come I'll probably post that tomorrow because I'm going to be missing tomorrow's workout. And then, yeah, Olympia. There's an update for Olympia. The update is that for the first time in the wheelchair bodybuilding division history, the wheelchair division finals are going to be during the main event finals. The way bodybuilding works, for no good reason, is there's prejudging in the morning, and then there's the finals at night. The finals show is kind of like the big night show. The prejudging is where you really get your scores and you find out really who does truly win. And then the finals at night are just to put on a show. And, well, for wheelchair bodybuilding, it's always been kind of a, like, not fully respected division in bodybuilding, which is fair. Because honestly, some of these competitors, you know, I don't think they deserve to be at Olympia. And, you know, the sport is almost too easy, right? Like, I actually had to compete and beat other people. I had a lot of people that I was up against to get my pro card. And then to get my qualification for Olympia, it was, you know, kind of sad because I only really had to beat 2 guys, but neither of them were even a competition for me, so I basically just won by default. So the sport, because it lacks attendance, or whatever you want to call it, because it lacks a lot of people doing it and doing it really properly and well, it doesn't feel as professional. Anyway, that's a whole tangent, and I apologize for that because I'm trying to be quick here. I've been talking to a lot of my friends in the gym this morning, and I got here a little bit late, which means I'm only on like my 3rd workout, and I'm trying to really hustle. Obviously, I am failing, but that's okay. I enjoy being social as well, talking to my friends and everything. It's an important part of life, and I honestly would not regret. You know, I'm never going to look back and think I should have talked to my friends less in the gym. I'll never have a thought like that. I digress. So, when you look at the schedule for Mr. Olympia, it has the prejudging schedule, and then it has the finals schedule. In the prejudging schedule, it says something like men's 212 class, men's classic physique, men's physique, because Saturday is the biggest main event day. That's the major Mr. Olympia day, and that's Saturday, and that's when all the biggest celebrities, the biggest guys, you know, like the Phil Heath, the I can't think of any other names, whoever, you know, the big guys, the guys who are like very, very much the biggest and best in the world. This is Saturday, the main show event, because the day before and the day after there's a bodybuilding show as well, but it's just not the biggest names, biggest celebrities. Anyway, when you look at the schedule for prejudging, at the very end of the prejudging session is wheelchair bodybuilding, prejudging plus finals. And when you look at the final schedule, it's a mirror image of the prejudging, except there's no wheelchair bodybuilding. So essentially, we don't get to participate or be on the big stage during the main event night show, which I'm fine with, and I prefer that, because in the world of bodybuilding, there is no reason to not do it all at once. It can all be done in the morning, or it can all be done at night. There's no reason to have prejudging and finals. They just want to have double ticket sales. And the tickets for the night show are like $500, which you can imagine when I have 6 people coming with me to do the Olympia show, that's $3,000 just for them to watch me go on stage at the finals for 5 minutes. Not worth it, honestly, not worth it at all. And I don't want that. I want to be done in the morning, and then I want to go out. I want to enjoy the expo. I want to go enjoy Vegas. I want to go eat some good food. And now, for the first time in history, the wheelchair bodybuilding finals are going to be during the actual finals, which is really cool for the division, for the wheelchair bodybuilding division. This is a major, step for the sport. However, for me personally, it's terrible. Now I have to place it within the top 10, and I am pretty confident that I'll do that. If I don't, then I don't go to the finals and whatever. If I do, then I have to decide if I'm going to skip it and be a bad boy, or if I'm just going to do it and suck it up and go to the finals. And yeah, so there's a major development there with the bodybuilding show. However, I will say, for any of those who are watching this video who plan on coming to the Olympia to be with me, such as my mom, my dad, my friends, my brother, family, do not come to the final show. Don't do it. Don't buy a ticket. I'm not going to really... So unless you're watching this video, I'm not telling anybody, because I'm going on stage for 5 minutes. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I'd rather spend that money, you know, something else. $500 tickets? No, thank you. Honestly. And, you know, like, I'm very adamant about that. I am, you know, it's not worth it to me. And I do not advise anybody, because also, no, don't come to the finals if you're coming to the bodybuilding show for me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because also, I might not make it. I have to place top 10. It's possible that if all 16 qualifiers are showing up and 10 of them are really, really, really good, then I'm not going to be in the finals, and then you never needed to buy a ticket anyway. So don't buy a ticket ahead of time. If you do really, really want to spend the money, that's fine, but buy a ticket the day of when we know for a fact that I will be in the finals. That's my message. That's my PSA. And now let's finally do this workout.